So, gentlemen of the press, welcome to this emergency press briefing. We have His Excellency, the State Deputy Governor, Engineer Ikechukwu in our midst. We also have the Special Advisor to the Governor on Homeland Security, Mr. Abia. Of course, we also have the State Commander of Ndlea, this National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and his colleagues who are standing behind him. Of course, they will brief you to know why you are here, why they invited you this afternoon. So I will hand over the microphone to the Special Assistant to the Governor on Homeland Security to address you first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies of the press. My name is Mr. Chukwunenyewo. I'm Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Abia State on Homeland Security. The reason you're here is because we've decided to brief you on the activities of the Homeland Security and the Ndlea just a few hours ago. Yesterday, the 14th day of February 2024, just before midnight, the Office of the Governor of Abia State on Homeland Security, in collaboration with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Ndlea, Abia State Command conducted a successful joint operation on the premises of one Miss Abia Ndlea at number 23 Arochukwu Street by Calabar Road, Omaya, where the joint team seized a very, very large amount of prohibited drugs like cocaine, heroin, cannabis sativa, methamphetamine, which is the one that is called Mbulumei, and the cash sum of more than 500,000 naira. Now, the said suspect, Miss Adobe, who is the daughter of one late Joking Jawa, who was once himself a notorious criminal a few decades ago. Now, the Governor of Abia State, duly represented here by his able deputy, has declared the war on drugs and all forms of criminality in Abia State. And we are very thankful to the state commander here, the commander of the Ndlea, the commander of narcotics, Amos A. Adelaolu, for his sacrifice, his service, and for his input during, before, during, and as this continues to go on. Because even as we speak, our agents are still carrying out all the necessary measures to disrupt these illegal drugs. The drug lord, Miss Adobe, is actually said to be a lawyer. Her drug activities have spanned nearly 2 decades in Omaya. If you will agree with me, the use of illegal drugs is one of the most, if not the most, root cause of kidnappings and other violent crimes in Nigeria, and of course, here in Abia State. I thank the members of Abia State Homeland Security and the Ndlea for such a courageous strike last night into the morning, which is still ongoing as I speak. I also want to state that this joint team also raided a location called Down Below, behind Okigwe Park, where we also arrested so many people, and we seized a lot of drugs, illegal drugs. Now, the Governor of Abia State, duly represented by his deputy here, through the Homeland Security, is warning every criminal in Abia State to desist from all criminal activities, especially drugs, kidnappings, and all forms of illegal activities. Because if you continue, you will be caught, and the fate of Adobe is going to be yours. You better repent now, begin to chart a new life, or you will be caught. Abia State is not a safe haven for any criminal. No drug lord is allowed to exist here in Abia State. This is the command of the Governor of Abia State, and this is a command that we must all take. Today, Omaya is going to heave a very good sigh of relief, because this woman has ravaged our sons and our daughters. People are dying from drugs. This is crazy. And so, this is a command from the governor. I'm sure that his deputy will finish it off. Thank you very much. And to all mothers out there, warn your children. They are not allowed to do drugs. If you find that your child has begun some kind of illegal activity, please, you know the right sources to call. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
On behalf of the government of Abia State, ably led by the Executive Governor, Dr. Alex Chioma OTOFR, I want to thank the leader of the Abia State's Homeland Security and also the NDLEA for your sting operation since yesterday being the 14th of February 2024. Right from the inception of this very government, we already promised Abia, the people of Abia, concerning our plans to make sure that we flush out all guise of criminality in the state. Lock Panther happens to be one of the problems we had as a state, where a whole lot of kidnapping activities were being perpetrated, and where loved ones lost their family members, and we've been able to, control that very aspect. And coming down to drugs, it happens to be the bedrock of all criminal activities that can be done by any group of people. And like the last speaker already said, Abia isn't a safe haven for any criminal. All drug kingpins, the directives from the governor of Abia State is very clear. Stay away from Abia State. We don't need you. You are not part of the development of the state. We need peace-loving people, those that want to develop the state. Drugs can't develop Abia State. We want our youth to be safe and very useful to the government of Abia State. So I use this very opportunity to thank everyone here, the press, and also the NDLEA, and my dear brother Alajemba, for not being tired since yesterday till this very morning in making sure that we pick all those people. And for those still selling these drugs in all parts of our local government, the time is now. Leave Abia. If you know you want to continue selling this drug, just leave Abia. Because when we come for you, nobody will be able to save you. So I thank you. I thank you all for your time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Now, like I said, this is an ongoing investigation. Of course, we seized a lot of illegal drugs, illegal substances. So they are still being weighed and counted. And right now, we have about the dry weed, which is about 321 sachets, which is just about 500 grams. And we have the one of the loud, which is about 214 wraps of dry weed. Loud, which is about 400 grams. Cocaine is about 570 pinches, and some loose quantity, which is also about 150.5 grams. Like I said, this is still ongoing. It's still fluid, so we will have the full detail in a very short time. We have heroin, which is about 310 pinches, about 37.8 grams. Methamphetamine ice, which is about 129.1 grams. So altogether, we have about 1.2 1 kilogram to 1.217 kilograms. Okay. Now, we also do have about 5 people arrested in connection with this. I think 2 males and 3 females. So we're still interviewing them, but of course the kingpin, the real drug lord here, is in the custody of the NDLEA, thanks to the commander and his men, and of course the Homeland Security personnel. Now, also, when we went to down below, which is a very notorious part of Hawaii, and we raided the place, We also see some drugs. The quantity we have not been able to tabulate in terms of the grammage. The hotel's name is Linkway Hotels. So people are still being interviewed, arrests have been made, and in due course we will let you know. Thank you very much.